Quick story. I'm in West Tulsa right now. I just drove from Oklahoma City. I started my new job today at the airport. It's an IT job, contracting for the FAA. Anyway, I have to drive all the way back to St. Louis, and storms are popping up everywhere. I'm in West Tulsa here, and they're popping up huge. There's supposed to be hail, tornadoes, all kinds of stuff. This is just one of the systems. I've been watching this one that I'm going to be driving into, and there's another tower. They're just everywhere. I've got my radar scope with me. If things get too weird, I'll have to, I don't know, find a place to go. I could stop at my mom's in Miami, Oklahoma, but I really need to get back to St. Louis because I got to start my job again tomorrow morning. Let's see what happens. So right now, doesn't look like a whole lot of activity. I'm the blue dot right there. I'm going northeast along 44. It's going right along my path. I gotta go way past Joplin. I'm East Tulsa now. I seem to be avoiding these storms somehow because they closed in behind me. It got real dark behind me. And still there's more popping up in front of me, so we'll see what happens. So that yellow shape is where a tornado watch is, and I'm going to be driving into it. Let's look and see if we can find a tornado here on 44 east of Tulsa, going 75, 80 miles an hour. It's crossing my path up there. I'm looking for any signs straight ahead of a tornado or wall cloud. Getting a little more and more dark. I see a potential hook. I'm keeping a close eye on this storm up here. I'm the blue dot going 44 east. I'm near Claremore, Oklahoma right now. Gotta get home tonight. 8-hour drive. I worked all day and I gotta get home and then work again tomorrow. So that's how it goes when you move a house. Whoa. Seeing some wall cloud activity over there. Looks like that could be a wall cloud or even a funnel. Tell me guys, what do you think of that over there? Is that a wall cloud? Scud cloud? I don't know. On the radar, it looks very weak. There's nowhere for me to pull off on a highway, so I gotta keep going. On radar, that looks pretty weak over there. So in front of me is something stronger. I don't think that's a tornado or the development of one. Definitely looks like a wall cloud to me. I just don't see it rotating. Whoa, there's some heavy, bright lightning in front of me. Blinded me for a second. Some nasty lightning over here. I'm out in front of the storm, as you can see, and that part over there is that. And I would like to stop and kind of watch it for a while, but there's nowhere to stop. We are all underneath this thing right now. The police and everyone. We're all stuck underneath this because the hail started coming down hard. And I'm not sure, but I think there's a tornado back there. Not a tornado, but the signature of one. Storm chaser vehicle up there. Those are all storm chaser vehicles up there, and I'm caught in all this. I really don't want to be in it, but pretty soon I will be behind it, and it'll be in front of me, and I can stay out of it, stay out of the way. Storms all over the place. I just saw a storm chaser. I'm going north now. I got to get back to the highway. I just saw a storm chaser go south, but I'm not chasing. I'm trying to find my way back onto the road now. They're just still everywhere. They're not moving that fast either. I'm kind of driving north out of it, but then there's just another one right up there. I'm driving right back into another one. So that wall cloud that I was talking about earlier, whatever that was being chased by at least a dozen storm chasers. So it at least had the signature of a wall cloud, but I never saw a tornado, and even if I did, it would have been rain wrapped and too hard to see, so I did not stick around. There's no point in following a tornado you can't see. It's both dangerous and impossible to record. Now I'm coming up again on 44, and there's yet another storm up ahead of me, and that looks like what it could be, a wall cloud. I don't know. Let's keep an eye on it. Yet again, sunny over here. It got cool, and then it's hot again with the sun. It was 92 degrees in Oklahoma City today, very hot. I got off Highway 44, and I didn't know it, but it wouldn't let me back on. So I had to go down to Adair, and now I'm at Big Cabin. I'm gonna get on 44 again and go north, and then keep an eye on that there. That looks like a wall cloud. Let's keep an eye on it though. Here we go again. That cell is right there, and that looks like what I would call a wall cloud. I'm definitely keeping an eye on that. I don't see any rotation, but I'm gonna follow it. I have to. It's in my path. Somehow I will get to St. Louis tonight. It might take me 15 hours, but I will get there. I just got word that there's a Reed Timmer is on a tornado video, live feed video in Pryor Creek, Oklahoma. I am, however, on a direct collision course with this little cell right there. Let's see what that's like. I'm not afraid of that little cell. Tornadoes are down in here. So I'm a little bit closer now, and this looks like that. You see that's kind of the darker core of it. Even though it shows it's on the highway here. We're gonna go through it. It's not a big deal. Well, I'm in the core now. The core of that tiny cell. I had some hail hit my car again. Grand Lake exit 313, that's my mom's exit, but I'm not stopping there. I had to slow down to 50 miles an hour. You can barely see a car up there. Looks like there's cars under the bridge up here trying to get away from the hail. I'm more afraid of a truck coming up behind me. The places underneath the bridge are kind of dangerous because cars try to get under there like that, and then they don't get all the way under, they make sudden stops. There's a truck about 50 yards in front of me, and I can just barely see his lights. And that's a small cell. This is a small one. I'm gonna go really slow. This is rough, man. Buffalo Run Casino. I have to go so slow. Believe it or not, there are two trucks up there in front of me, and they're barely conceding. I'm not going very fast, so I can stop at any time. This really sucks, man. It's like, am I ever going to leave this? I should be out of this by now. I can see the white lines. I can see enough to stop. This is crazy. Finally! I see the daylight! Finally! It's like 15 minutes of this. I'm almost into Missouri right now. This is Spring River, 44, almost into Missouri. Oklahoma-Missouri border. I finally found the other edge of the storm. I think it was going with me. You see, it's kind of like going with me. But this is finally the north side of the storm, and I'm finally leaving it, and I can finally see the trucks in front of me. Now, south of me, I was in that cell just there, but just south of me is a really nasty looking storm. That has a lovely little hook to it. That would be southwest Missouri, heading into, looks like Goodman and Pineville. Looks like they're getting a tornado, roughly. Well, guys, I made it. I don't think there's any more storms, but they could pop up. I got another 4.5 hours. There's a police car. I hope I wasn't speeding. I was speeding. Hopefully he's turning around, so hopefully he's not coming to get me. I don't know if you can see it, but I definitely got some dings on there. I heard some really loud bangs. Not too bad, but I do see some dimpling in here. I don't see any on the hood. Stopped near Joplin at this truck stop. Truckers are in there. We're talking about tornadoes and stuff. And hail that they went through. Got some coffee, and it just looks ominous right now. you know, it's looked like this since from Tulsa now to Joplin. Now, if I dilly-dallied around and didn't get going, that storm would cross my path later, but I'm going a lot faster than the storm, so I'll be able to outrun this one. I didn't have time to turn my camera on, but I was at mile marker 127, 128, and there were 3 semis that were on their side. The first time I saw one, I thought he just crashed, and then I saw another, and then another, like a mile down the road and a mile down the road. Then I saw a sign down. Tornado must have come through and blown them over. They were just on their sides, and I had to slow down and drive by one, but that's pretty weird. I'm like east of Springfield, about 30 miles, and a tornado must have blown through here. And just in case you haven't had enough fun, I'm coming into Rolla, about 100 miles away from home again, and another storm. It just keeps popping up. This one isn't real bad. It's just enough to, it's real hard to see. It's the next day. I am that spot right there, and we got this small storm that just blew over my house. So I don't have to go anywhere for storms. This is St. Louis. I'm out in the suburbs. This is a great app, by the way. I want to tell you guys about it. But we're in that spot right there, and we just got hail. I'll take you out and see it. It's like pea-sized hail. Yeah, pea-sized hail. Not big, but a second ago it was bouncing off the chair, bouncing off the deck. I'll come inside, Carly. Boy, that rain is cold. You see, I don't have to go anywhere for storms. I just sit in my house. Oh my God. It doesn't hurt, really. Trying to catch one. There, I caught one.
I caught one.
Pea-sized hail. What's it like to get hit by pea-sized hail? It's not that bad, really. It's just like a really cold shower. You don't really feel it. Isn't that cool? You want to feel the ice from the sky?
Yeah.
Here, hold your hands.
It's really cold. It's really cold.
It's really cold?
Yeah. It's ice. Woo!
So this is an application called GR Level. It's a very good app. GR Level 3 version 2. I have 4 windows open here. I am right there. You can do all kinds of customization. You can load in road files, and you can turn off, let's turn that off for now. You can get some great detail. I have a GPS unit that identified me at my house here. If you are out driving, once you get in so far, it does that. I'm going to turn the radar back on. You can really zoom out. Okay, it's got all kinds of radar nerd stuff. This is the low level base reflectivity at the low level. This is the wind. You can set up however you want. You can do 1 screen, 2 screens, or 4 screens. I've got 4 going on. This is the wind, showing the direction of the wind based on where the radar is. And then I've got total rainfall over here. I need to go report that, but anyway, my whole point of this video right here is to say that I don't have to go anywhere to get hit by a storm, even in Missouri. See, if you can see, you can go way out and see there's no other storms, but this one nailed my house right here. And it wasn't bad, it just a little bit of light hail. But that means my car got hit by hail 2 days in a row. When I drove back yesterday from Oklahoma City,